Good morning, everyone. This is M4J Watt Replays, and today we are going to be reviewing the American Tier 9 light tank, the T92E1. Before I get into this review, in Update 7.5, most of you already know about this upcoming update in 7.5. It should be coming out in December or sometime after that, but they're going to be removing missiles from the game. So the T92E1 will no longer be shooting a missile, it'll be shooting a standard heat round. The Sheridan will be also doing the same thing, but if you have the Sheridan research before the update comes out, then you are going to get a collector Sheridan that will still have the missiles, but you can only use it in training rooms and special game modes. You can't use it in ratings or random battles. But a lot of people are going to be wanting to get the Sheridan now, so they can still be able to shoot those missiles. And so I figured, you know what, I'm going to do a review on the T92E1 since a lot of people have been playing that lately. But to get into the review, the T92E1, both of its two guns that it has, the 152mm launcher and the 105mm lightweight gun, both are really good guns. Penetration is the worst out of all three of the light tanks at its tier. DPM, not the greatest, although with the 105mm gun, it is better than the bat chat, but it's absolutely terrible when you're using the 152. Where was it? Aim time, dispersion, the Vickers definitely has all that. Obviously with the 105mm gun, it's got absolutely terrible aim time and dispersion, although on the 105mm lightweight, it is tied with the bat chat for accuracy, although the aim time is better on the bat chat. And the mobility actually is better on the T92E1. The bat chat and the Vickers Cruiser are slightly less maneuverable than the T92E1. And the T92E1, while it doesn't really, the armor thickness, as you can see here, 40mm at the best, nowhere near to the Vickers 175 on the front of the turret. It's not thick, but you will get very, very troll bounces. Never ever rely on it, but you can get those troll bounces. So let's go ahead and get into some of these replays real quick, and then we will talk about how to really use this tank. So this first game, we are on Oasis Palms. We're driving along here. We were over at Base C trying to see if we could spot anyone, but we didn't have any shots, so we're just going to start to move in. So the T92E1, how you need to play this tank, it's not, you can't play it as aggressively as the Bulldog or the T49, you have to play it more passive. Passive spotting, it has a pretty decent camo rating and spotting range, or view range, so you gotta just sit back in a bush and wait until the enemy drives to you. As soon as you spot them, pop a shot off and turn around and get out of there. You don't want to stick around any longer than you have to, because you are going to be torn apart. You have absolutely 0 damage per minute, and it's just not going to be pretty. So get up there, spot the enemy team, and immediately get out and relocate. Never stay at the same position for very long. It's definitely a flanking kind of tank. As you can see, we can actually penetrate the Yak Tiger with our high explosive, which is 99mm penetration. Nowhere near like the Hesh on the Vickers Cruiser, but it is still a pretty nice high explosive penetration. But so, again, you just got to get around behind the enemy team, start doing some crossfire, and be very, very sneaky, because this tank does have a nice low profile, about similar to the bat chat. So you've got a nice camera rating, good view range, just use those bushes and be sneaky, and you can't, again, don't be quite as aggressive, but I like to play this thing from range, and it does pay off. I spot them, turn around, get away, and I just kind of start, keep them spotted. Always coordinate with your TDs, but I keep them spotted, and I will actually go from long distance shots. Because accuracy, again, it's not that great on this tank, but it's enough to be able to hit those weak spots on the enemy tanks. And whenever you whenever the update 7.5 comes out, it'll be even better for you to be able to do this, because it'll have heat instead of missiles. As everybody knows, the missiles are extremely slow. But with the heat, you won't have to worry about losing penetration over distance, unlike this APCR round. But so I like to play it from a little bit of distance, and then come in sneaky at the end game after saving all my hit points, because again, you don't have armor, you really don't have the DPM, but it is a very, very fun tank to play. So we're gonna, with this battle here, 2,837 damage, nothing special. Managed to put off a little bit of spotting damage, and as a result, we ended up top place on our team XP-wise. So next up, these next two games are the 5 versus 5 brawl mode. We are going to be platooning with Baddest 312, and this is just going to show exactly how you need to play this tank. So we're flanking around through the river here. You can see the enemy team. They're all lined up over there. I'm trying to use these dips here to keep me from being spotted. Can't quite get any shots off of there. The shark tank does spot me. We poke up, get around into the M41 Cruel Twist, and now we're going to back up and reset our camo. But I really, really do like this tank. It's very maneuverable. Again, it's the more maneuverable out of all the Tier 9 light tanks. It doesn't have that great speed, though. Not like the T49 has. It speeds up about the same rate, but it doesn't go at 72 kilometers an hour. But yeah, so we're going to drive up here. We see this bush right here, and we're just going to use it. Try to see if we can't get any shots. Unfortunately, it does not look like we're going to be able to get any shots off. So we're going to need to start pushing in here. That shark tank was on the other side of the buildings. So we're going to drive down to the... we're going to actually drive over here. There's that Yag Tiger. I kind of make a stupid mistake here driving out in front of him. He was looking at me. I dunked that shot there, and now we're going to turn around and go down into this dip right here where the Yag Tiger cannot get his gun down, and I don't have to worry about him unless he decides to push, which would be a very, very silly thing to do. I see the shark tank here, so I'm actually going to load up a missile. I don't usually fire the missiles, but I wanted to fire it this case, and we ended up getting a nice round of a nice missile into his side. So now I see we've got two tanks over there. They're both heavily armored, the Tortoise and the STI. There's the Yag Tiger over here, so I want to go eliminate this lone Yag Tiger. I'm going to finish reloading, take his track off for 604, and now I get behind him, and there's just literally nothing that he can do. He raises his gun in the air to salute, and that's really all that he's doing. But he is actually going to start wiggling side to side, trying to get a bounce. I don't want to risk getting a bounce, so I'm just going to drive all the way flush with his side, and then fire and take him out. The Tortoise is about to be taken out by the ISU-152. Our Tiger 2 is about to be taken out by the STI. And now I'm going to get behind the STI, and the ISU is going to be up at his front. There goes our Tiger 2. We're behind the STI. We're going to go for a round to his side there. And fair play to this STI. He is using the Tiger 2's carcass as a bit of a shield. So our ISU can't do anything there, so we're just going to reload and take this STI out. So that was the end of another game. Again, nothing too special. Only 2,650 damage. Got 3 kills. But it just showed exactly how you want to play this tank. Sneaky, eliminating targets that you know you can eliminate, saving your health points till the end game. And again, 5 versus 5 mode, platooning with Baddest. And this game was amazing. But we'll wait till we get there. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to flank around. Go all the way around the flank. This is the center of the Yamato Harbor map, and right off the bat we spot that T-44 there, so I know I'm spotted. I want to be safe, trying to come over here, and unfortunately there is that shark tank, this is exactly the game after the last game, and that is the exact same shark tank, Yag Tiger, and STI from the last round. So we take a round there from the Yag Tiger damaging our engine. I don't know exactly what I was thinking here, but we were being pretty stupid, leaving ourselves exposed for that long. As soon as I spotted that shark tank, I should have gotten out of there. But so I see now 3 enemy tanks are spotted over on this flank, 2 of them are spotted over on that flank. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to relocate and help our other 2 tanks take out the STI and the Standard B, or not the Standard B, sorry, the T-44. So there goes the T-44, leaving just this STI versus 3 tanks. Our platoon mate, Baddest 312, is over there trying to fight off the shark tank, but we're going to come around, pop a shot off onto this STI, getting a nice 638 high roll there, and now we spot that Yag Tiger over there on the ship being a very effective sniper, or at least trying to be, and so now we're going to use these crates to help hide ourselves. So we're going to go for another shot into his side, get a nice shot there. We take a shot from him, but I'm not too worried. I know I can take a shot. I can even take one more from him unless he high rolls. But there he goes, gets taken out, and it's now a 3 versus 5. And it looks like this game's going to be pretty easy. But there's always a but. Tiger takes out our Tiger 2, the Carnarvon's about to be taken out, there goes the Standard B, and it's suddenly down to a 2 versus 3. Well, whatever there goes the Carnarvon. So now it's a 2 versus 3, full health T92E1, but he's just about to lose about 600 of his health there. Tiger also at full health, and a Shark tank at about half health. And both me and my platoon mate, there's not enough health points to spare. We get a very, very fortunate bounce there from that Tiger, what I was talking about with that troll armor. Now, one thing I really like about this tank is the fact you can get high rolls like that. That was a max roll that we were able to pull off there, 700 max roll, but you are able to, on average, I'm usually doing somewhere around 600 damage, 560 to 600 damage, but I occasionally low as roll as 400. But so there we go, 2 of those tanks taken out, now leaving the Tiger, and me and my platoon mate are both one-shots to him. So I'm going to zoom across here, trying to get a little bit of a surprise, very risky move there, getting into this base, and I'm telling my platoon mate, go around the flank, and I will try to poke out from this side, and we can try to distract him and maybe get a little bit of crossfire in on him. But we do need to be very, very careful, and I'm going to be extremely risky here in poking out. Well, not exactly because he's behind the rubble, but it's going to be a very close. We managed to put around to the side of that Tiger, and now we're just going to, again, back up behind this berm here. I was trying to see if I wanted to fire a missile, but I'm not that great with my missile shooting skills, and neither do I like to shoot missiles, so we're not going to risk it. We're going to poke out very risky again. He misses that shot there. We're going to actually load up the missile this time instead of like a heat round or something. We fire. It goes directly to the target. We back behind the corner, get a nice 576 high roll with that missile. And now this Tiger is already brought down 1,100 health. So again, I'm going to relocate, reset my camo, drive around here, making sure I'm using those buildings to protect myself in case the Tiger spots me. There he is, not able to get that shot off, so we're just going to drive along here and again relocate along the ship. I do need to be careful. I'm telling my platoon mate, hold position, keep him spotted. He gets a nice shot off there, and now he's going to relocate again. I am spotted. I cannot push around this side. Tiger already knows that I'm going to go around that side. So what I'm going to do, turn around and go exactly back the way I came. And this was most definitely the biggest play of that game, I guess you could say. But so we're going to relocate and go in around the opposite direction where he does not expect us. I'm telling my platoon mate, hold position, just continually spamming that hold position button. Don't let yourselves get killed yet. I can come around, I can take him out from the rear. Can't quite get a missile there, but I'm going to switch back to the APCR. We're going to poke over this hill here. His side's facing us, and we are able to take that Tiger out with another high roll. But a very nice game there. Big shout out to Baddest312 for that good teamwork. 4,276 damage, 3 kills, and a fair amount of XP to go with that. But that is all for today, folks. If this review was helpful to you, please leave a like, share it, and hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. This is M4J Watt Replays, over and out.